Oh, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. Now, if you guys are enjoying the contest coverage, be sure to drop a sub to the channel and drop a like on this video as well. Blessing Awodibu has won the 2022 New York Pro, and he was incredible, guys. Blessing came in a little bit more conditioned than last week, sacrificing a little bit of fullness, specifically in the legs. But last season, Blessing actually came into the Indy Pro as his pro debut and placed third. After that, he came into New York and placed sixth. And coming back the following year and winning both pro shows, incredible. And prior to Indy, I doubt any one of us would have thought that Blessing Awodibu would have looked this good or actually won both of these shows. You know, I don't even believe I had Blessing in my top two. Possibly wouldn't have had him in my top three in New York if I didn't see him in Indy. But amazing showing from Blessing Awodibu. Ready to see him on the Olympia stage. Now in second place, very surprisingly, we had Andrea Presti, who brought it. Now Presti actually won the Mr. Big Evolution last year. A lot of people seem to forget that Presti actually won a show to get to the Mr. Olympia. But Presti is actually a lot bigger on stage than what I expected him to be. As you guys can see here, he's pretty wide, also comes in pretty conditioned. But the main thing that Presti needs is just more depth in his back, a little more hamstring, and really more tricep. You don't really realize how valuable the triceps are in almost every pose. Now in third place, we had Maxx Charles, Mr. Consistent. And Maxx is pretty good. The main knock about Maxx Charles is he needs to come in a little bit more conditioned from behind. Somehow Maxx is always conditioned in the upper body and even the lower body from the front, but his back doesn't have too much depth. And his hamstring and glutes don't really seem to get conditioned. But I'm glad that Maxx is actually getting a fair look now. I feel like in a lot of competitions in the past, just because Maxx competes so much, I feel like he gets overlooked. But Maxx has beat Justin Rodriguez back-to-back. And Justin is a top 8 Olympian, so I know Maxx has to feel pretty good about that. And in fourth place, we actually had Theo Legurrier. Now, Theo impressed me as well. I did not know that he was this big, guys. Theo is probably at least 5'10", 5'11", but from his updates, I honestly thought he was about 5'6" or 5'7". He reminds me a lot of Hunter Labrada. He's a very balanced bodybuilder. He doesn't really have any standout body parts. You could possibly say his quads, but he's very balanced top to bottom. Theo needs to come in a little more conditioned to place higher. And other than that, I mean, he has some thicker obliques, which kind of holds him back, but pretty good. Also could bring up his back a little bit. And in fifth place, very disappointing and very hard, Justin Rodriguez. And as you guys know, in pretty much every news video for the whole year, I've been saying I hope Justin can win Indy and New York. But Justin didn't win Indy or New York. And Justin had just been prepping since last year's Indy prep. And as I've said, I honestly think it's out of his control. Now, I was over on Nick Trigili's channel, and he said Justin's coach actually didn't want him to do this show. And Justin decided to prep himself for this show. So I'm not sure if that is 100% true or not. Heard that over at Bodybuilding and BS. But hopefully Justin shuts it down after this. He should be either past Kuklo in points. I believe he had 19 points prior to this show. Kuklo has 21 points, and that's really, really far ahead. So Kuklo and Justin could qualify for points. But I know Justin is the type of guy that likes to win a show and go to the Mr. Olympia. Especially at the point he's at in his career. I'm pretty sure Justin wants to win a show, but it's probably going to be in his best interest to just go ahead and shut it down for the rest of the year. And I'm pretty sure he sees that it's out of his control. But as always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy the video, man. If you haven't done so already, like the video and sub to the channel. My mic went out halfway through this video, guys. It's been a very, very long day. I'm out.